Hey folks, how you doing? I just want to take a moment today and make a really quick video about how to make a circle around a tree if you're going to be making like a mulch ring around a tree. And I've seen a lot of videos out there where people will use hose, they'll use a piece of rope. So I figured let me just show you my method that's quick, dirty, and easy if you do a lot of mulch rings. So all you're going to need is a couple cans of inverted marking paint. So this is a paint can that only works upside down, and I like to have one that's red, which is in the gun now, and then one that's white. And you don't need the paint gun. If you do this anywhere besides your own home, this tool is invaluable to save you from bending over all the time, and it also helps you to make smoother lines. We're gonna measure out from the trunk of the tree, but we're gonna try to be above the flare. You see right here where the tree kind of flares out? So we're gonna measure, whatever distance you need to be above where the flare is. And we're not gonna be making a perfect circle today. We're just gonna make a circle that basically mirrors the shape of the tree. And the next thing you wanna do is, figure out how far out you wanna be from the tree, which is basically, either a little bit farther than your farthest root, or I've already got this mulch ring here, or this ring here, so I'm gonna try to be the farthest part of that ring. It's better to be more generous with a ring around a tree than stingy, because it just looks better if it's a big, gracious ring. The grass actually competes for the nutrients that go to the tree, so the tree is perfectly fine with a larger mulch ring. We're just gonna figure out our amount to be out from the tree, and in my case, I'm gonna go for 4 feet. And we've got the red paint in the paint gun here, so we just measure out 4 feet and just put a dot. And then move like, I don't know, an 1/8 to a 1/16 and put a dot. And just do your best to, to make your dots, straight up and down. And, we're not going to be perfect on this. This is not going to be a perfect circle, but we're going to make it uniform enough that it's going to look, really nice and neat. It's better to have too many dots as opposed to too few dots, because it's much easier to connect the dots with more dots. So what we're going to do now is just swap out the red paint can and go to the white. And this is where this little paint handle comes in handy, because all we're going to do is connect the dots. So we're going to start on the outside of the circle and just work our way around and connect our dots. And I like to be on the outside because it just usually, I find it makes things a little bit smoother for me. Here's the end result, and I think you can see from this angle, the tree is more oblong in this direction, and that's the way that my tree ring is as well. But I measured out about 4 feet once I got above the flare. As far as removing the grass goes, you just really want to be careful that you don't ding up the roots of this tree in the process of removing the grass. Now these sugar maples have pretty deep roots, but if this was like a red maple, they have a lot of shallow roots. If you have a tree with a lot of shallow roots, you might want to consider using some kind of an herbicide to kill the grass. But if you've got something deep rooted, or if you just don't like to use herbicides, the best tool to remove this grass is just a regular garden spade. Put a sharp edge on it, and then just dig a little bit at a time. And I have a video I made about how to remove grass. I'll put a link in the description. But you can go through this very quickly and dig out this grass. But just, try not to ding the roots. When you get near the tree, put the spade down and maybe use hand tools without a sharp edge to gently pry that grass away from the roots. When I'm removing the grass, the first time I try to remove it to the inside of the white line. I leave that white line, because the second you remove that white line, you lose your point of reference. So once I've removed all the grass on the inside of the white line, and it's time to cut the final edge, and I'll leave a video down below about cutting edges as well. The final edge is the only time I come through and remove the white line, because again, once it's gone, you have no point of reference, whereas now I just know when I'm cutting the final edge, cut just outside the white line, throw the debris in the wheelbarrow, we're good to go. So folks, I hope these tips helped you if you're looking to create some rings around trees in your yard. You know, it's really not a big deal to do, and with these tips it's going to make it even easier, because it basically is down to a physical game as far as removing the grass, as opposed to a mental game of figuring out where the heck to cut the line. For more great tips like these, please subscribe to the channel down below. Hit the notification bell so you get regular notifications when I make new videos. And thanks a lot for watching today, folks. I look forward to seeing you soon. Take care.